Our next candidate for district attorney is Mr. Paul Gallegos.
Thank you. Thank you all. It's a pleasure to be here before you all. I've been here many times. My name is Paul Gallegos. I am the district attorney of Humboldt County. I am your district attorney. I'm the district attorney that has served this community for the past 8 years and has served this community and the people here and the values that we have. Past 8 years, when I took office, stepped into an office, time to change. I was elected for change, came into an office where we'd had a 20-year incumbent, walked in with budget cuts, and as Ms. Wilson indicated, we have had budget cuts almost the entire time I've been in office. In addition to that, in the past 8 years that I have served you, this is my 4th campaign. The first term, I had 3 campaigns because of the change that we have fought to bring change into this community that I have fought for you and with you. Despite those budget cuts, despite those challenges to drive me out of the office, to try to keep me from doing the job that you elected me to do, guess what we have done? We have done more with less. We initially increased our charging. Those stats that Ms. Bryson talks about are stats made by the California Attorney General's office, not my office. The California Attorney General's office will tell you, if you go online and look at that, that since I've been in office, violent crime has gone down. We have worked hard. Now, if you go to the California Department of Corrections, you will see that we have sent more people to prison since I've been in office than my predecessor. That's not a goal that I aspire to. That is a responsibility I have to make this community safer, and we have done that. We don't send drug offenders to prison anymore. Prop 36 doesn't allow that. Prop 215, we fought that battle, Compassionate Use Act, on behalf of this community. There's one side that says it's not menacing. Prosecute these people. There are 1,000 houses in Arcata now that are growing. Get this out of my neighborhood. The legislature has passed this law, and we have fought that. It is a balancing act between the rights of the individual and the rights of the community to have safe communities. And we have worked to do that, balance those interests for this community. We have been a forefront in all these battles that this community has done. And I've done that with less money, with less people. We have increased our outreach. We have now fund an environmental and consumer prosecutor out of our office, the first time ever. We do that with our money. We have created the tribal roundtable. Is this moving? How much time do I have?
Oh, you're fine. I was just waiting. I'm sorry.
So when I hear that duck, I know I better be quiet. In short, real quick, but let me go back.
You've got a minute.
I'm sorry?
Give a minute. Give me 3 seconds.
Fair enough. Let me tell you a little bit about myself, since apparently that's what we're doing. I moved here with my wife several years ago from Los Angeles County. I originally grew up on the East Coast. I had a law office there. My wife worked in a law practice. We moved up here because we love this area. We knew no one. We moved up, didn't ask anyone for a job. We hung up our own shingle and started a law office. For years I traveled. We made a successful law office. My wife still has that. I have 3 children, my wife and I. There is no one here that is more invested in the safety and well-being of this community than me. Because my children live here and my wife lives here. There was no one more interested in business in this community because my wife's business depends on business. So I know the challenges that we face, and I have been there and I've fought them, and I will be there and fight them again. And because of that, I ask for your support and your endorsement again. And thank you for your time.
Well, I'm just curious. I mean, unfortunately, Humboldt County has a reputation as the top marijuana-producing county in, I think, the United States. But you allowed 99 plants of medical marijuana. Siskiyou County allowed 6. Why did you do that?
When I came into office, 215 was passed, the Compassionate Use Act. There was no guidance. So what we did is we gave out, I made what were made public our prosecution guidelines. The guidelines were intended to create a reasonable way so the people that need medicine, people often think of marijuana as the diversionary use, but it was a compassionate use act that was intended for the alleviation of suffering. The federal program, there is a federal program, not known by very many people, that gives out 6 pounds of marijuana to their people per year. I said, that sounds a little excessive, let's half that. Let's stay open, we'll listen to any more information, but let's half that. If I used to do defense work, both state and federal, federal courts, those prosecutors say this. They call an expert that says yield is square footage or wattage. So I said, all right, let's get that that square footage, 10 by 10, that should limit yield, if it's an outdoor grow, to 3 pounds. That way, if they have it and they're consuming it, they can grow their replacement. The 99 plants was because the federal government at that time was very anti-medical marijuana. And that was their informal prosecution cutoff. So that was my way of saying, look, yeah, and at the end of the day, it's what you start with, it's not what you grow. So the 10 by 10, as your plants grow, you have to leave. They start with clones. The idea was to let the federal government do their enforcement without coming into our neighborhood on those little things. So, of course, with politics, people throw up the numbers. At one point, it was out there 100 plants, and sometimes I heard it was 5,000. But what that was is because it's a realization of what you start off with as a grower, not just marijuana. Because anyone that grows a crop is not what your yield is at the end of the day. So we put that 10 by 10, and we also initially, because there's indoor grows, put a wattage limit of 1,000 watts. So that's the long or short answer to that question.
That was a bit long, Paul, so I'm going to ask that we not put a second question in front of you at this point. And thank you very much for being with us tonight. Our final candidate for this office is Ms. Allison Jackson.